Hey gang, welcome back to the shop. We were finally in post-fair season. My t-shirt may, gotta lose some weight, may give you the mind frame I'm in. So I haven't put out a lot of videos. For me, June till third, fourth week of July is just always slam-packed. Usually with fair stuff. Transporting hundreds of bottles of or cans of soft drinks and water, and where we're at, if you want to go to Sam's Club, it's an hour away. So I apologize for that. The Fairgrounds rekey is in progress. I just had a unique thing come up today that I'm going to try to figure out. No, it's not unique, but just so you know, all the stuff, got a video on this one that'll go along the way. It's just a metric shit ton of stuff to get through, and this is the first weekend after fair, and it's kind of been busy, in a good way. Yesterday we celebrated my dad's 80th birthday. Got to see some family I haven't seen in years, so really good, and that's more of a priority right now than this. But what I have today, I'm going to try a couple of ways to figure this out. So, one of my dad's bowling buddies actually lives on my street. He's got several Ford trucks. He's a Ford guy. And I'm not a Ford guy, Chevy guy. They all make great ones, they all make shitty ones. But this is like the second ignition key he's broken in a year. Different truck. This is a 95 F150. But the problem is running around trying to get things ready for my dad's party yesterday, and small town people just show up right at your house, and it's like, there's a reason I have a shop, leave me alone. But I don't know if this was, it's kind of twisted, so there was some force on that. So got a couple ideas of how I want to do this. One is just trying to straighten it out. I normally don't buy stuff for the shop unless I've got a need. You've always got your wish list, but until I've got a need, I don't justify the money. So I bought an anvil, vice grip, clamp, whatever, and got a good deal on it at Harbor Freight, because I signed up for the Harbor Freight Inside Track Club to get stuff for the fair. So it's Circle of Life or Cluster or whatever. So let me get some of this cleaned up so I at least remember where I'm at. The only thing left, just an update, the only thing left is to finish making keys, which this little guy, this is the M4 for the Dolphin, has so far proved to be really, really good. But like I said, there's a video on that. So my two thoughts after I get this cleaned up: get this in a vise, try to get it straightened up, because, well, I mean, that's well, I guess it helps if I get in the camera. That is right, it's right on the shoulder. I mean, I'm going to try a couple different attempts just because I'm curious. But one I did, this 95, even though this is a PT, it's just probably what Walmart had. Get it straightened up, get it in one of my duplicators, cut a key, and take it over and see if it works, because it's literally like, it's less than a minute from my house. It's 2 minutes from here. The other thing I want to try to do is maybe somehow tape it together, and put it in here and see if I can read it. And then I think this is of the vintage. Let's see. This, I don't know, I have to look, because I've got, oh yeah, this is from one of my last jobs. Let's see. Might just have to bite the bullet and do tryout keys. Got multiple options, and that's what I always tell people when they bitch about my prices. Even though I'm pretty much dirt cheap, you're not paying for the actual physical product. You're paying for this. So I'm gonna definitely get some more of this in. You can see the chaos around. It's not, I guess it's normal chaos here. Let me get this cleaned up, try to figure some things out, and we'll see what we can make. Stay tuned. Okay, so got the vise out, not mounted. That's on the to-do list. Fortunately, with that storage unit locker I got years back, 2 years ago, I've got a metric S-ton of Curtis H51s, which should be the correct. Well, I'm really zoomed in. Which should be the correct keys. I'm also trying with another camera right over here. So hopefully some angle will be good. I don't know. Let me get zoom back in here. Oh. I don't know if with the teeth here, if this is gonna cause some problems, but we're experimenting. I figure if nothing else, there's an anvil pad here in the back. Maybe we can hammer it down. We'll figure something out. Oh, that is not looking good. Let's just try to. End up heating the key up. Oh man, that is atrocious. Okay. Oh, and I'm hitting everything. Yeah, we got some straightening out going on. Not enough to my liking, though. So we're starting to get it. Let me take this off. Let me find a smashing utensil. Whew. Maybe put it on the edge here and tappy tap. See, what camera am I looking at? Thing is, it's not enough. It's not a sharp enough edge. Yeah, it's starting to work a little bit. Well, it's still got a little bit of a spin on it, but we're getting there. Just don't know how much the blade's been flexed. Oh, that's bad. Just gonna keep working it. Tiny taps. Tiny, tiny taps. So the one thing I'm concerned about is the way this is with the way this is twisted. Oh, apparently I wasn't recording on the second camera. That's good. When you have video problems, just convolute it with more stuff. I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera or not. There is a crack right there, so I'm trying to be careful. But let's rotate this around. Get my favorite net. Got a song stuck in my head. And maybe if I was real professional, I'd get some shims. Just want to tweak it a little at a time. And that's not the best. Let me see about this camera. Oh, this camera really doesn't pick it up. It's not the best, but we're just gonna keep working with it. And hopefully I stay in focus. Just tweaking a little at a time. Now 95 F150 doesn't have a chip in it, doesn't have PATs or VATs, or I think Ford or PATs, not VATs. Same thing, different name. So I could heat this up. Just going real slow because it's already cracked. That's I'm actually pretty happy with that. So now let's figure out. Whoa! And yep, I did splurge. I got some Stress Master, whatever, because I'm old. But I feel better seeing my brothers yesterday, at least some of my brothers, because I'm not as old as them. Being the baby has advantages. Okay, so let me reposition some cameras and see what we're gonna do. And the funny thing is, I actually bought some new camera mounts on Prime Day. What was that, like July 15th, July 16th? They are all still sealed in the sealed Amazon box, sitting at home. So it's about right? So let's see. So I think the first thing I'm going to try to do is this Foley bell saw. I think it's pretty good. We want to do, see, it's going to cut. Yep. Let's do tip stop. Really not. Let me grab something to make that flat. Hey, this will work. $100 and some flat stop. Perfect. So, and I don't know which camera be able to get. So let me pull this out of the holder and go with the GoPro here. So that's not, yeah. Just trying to tip stop them and look at too many cameras at once. Oh, this is gonna be, yeah. I'll give it a rip. I've got a couple hundred of these keys, so. Yeah, so this thing really bogs down if you really try to get on it. It's a lot of back and forth. Doesn't sound like I had that lined up very well. But let's cut the other side and say, what the fuck? I do want something different. Oh yes, that reminds me, I've got another project to do for someone else. Friends and family. Friends and family get expensive. This would be a good place to have something, wouldn't it? There we go. Use my Jenkins lock stamp. Oh. Just doesn't feel. Well, it's because it's not flush. We're just gonna go with the ichrometer. Unenhance. Well, we weren't enhanced. Okay. So that actually, I don't know how well which camera is going to show it best. That actually didn't do too bad of a job. Alright, so here I thought I was telling this really great story while I was setting this up about when I worked at the Secret Service and watching FBI files, and a story about how, because the reason those tie together is Secret Service used to be part of Treasury Department. Treasury Department had this phenomenal antique ink analysis and all that crap. But occasionally I get to see the inside of where I worked on TV. And about the first forensic IT case they had, where they basically took a 5 1/4 floppy and scotch taped it back together. But then I realized after I started doing things, I wasn't recording. So we were over here on the Chinesium Special. Tip to tip. I had to move some things around, and I'm actually using my my stamp block to use a magnetic base with. So luckily this is far enough back in the shoulder that we should be good. You just don't know with the key getting torqued if that affects the depth of the cut. Just run back through. Now we're going to repeat. Right about the time I get done here today, the AC will actually be cool enough to stay in here. Okay. See if I can get some action shot. It's hard to go backwards one-handed. Some of the end off there. Maybe I didn't have it, but that's why we're doing it multiple ways. Oh yeah, that it really made a jagged end. So let's try another one real quick for giggles. Nope, I did the exact same thing. I wonder if the tip is not... Oh, this tip is worn, so that can play a factor. It'd be real nice if you could... Oh, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and cut this one. Call it good. I'll clean these up, add these to my tryout list. And then I'm going to figure out how to tape this together. That's where the whole FBI Secret Service story came from. Scotch tape used in the very first IT forensic, computer forensics case for the FBI. I know I'd get there eventually. I don't even know if I have tape. To be honest. Oh, yeah, wait. Whoa. Yeah, buddy. Alright, let's get some camera action going. Hopefully this is still recording. Okay, the viewfinder's working. Let me get some angles for the dangles. So I think I might tap this part down just a little bit more. Because that is pretty tore up. Just get that rough, sharp uptick off. Now granted, all this hammer tapping and anviling is only good because of the shape of the key. Some wonky one, that's going to be a different issue. But we also want to clean that up. Without hopefully mashing my fingers. I like that a little better. Mo better. Okay. Oh. Okay. So where are we going to start? That looks like the right angle. Oh, this is going to go horribly. Start with a longer flat piece. Let's move this up because we don't want it in the way of the cuts. We do want it strong enough to hold the key. Let's get it nice and tight. It's not sticking. Maybe if we wrap more. So what you basically want to do is make this look like a Honda key. Alright, let's I don't want to update anything right now. I want to select, connecting, okay. Vehicle database. I don't know how well any of this shows up on camera because I'm blind to begin with. And apparently after my physical I need to get hearing aids. But F150. So we are going for a 96 2005. So this is a 95. Let's go with that. It's the same. M1. Position 4. Okay. I just put these mats down. I've already got pins on them. What the hell? So tip 4. Oh, that tape doesn't want to. I don't even know if you guys are in view. God bless you. Gotta be on view on one of the cameras. There we go. So there's a set screw here that you can use, and this set screw really is helpful on broken keys if you've got enough to get it in there. Then you can kind of crank it down a little bit, hold it in place, and we are right at that brake. So, I mean, we are just right at the tippy. It's a little flimsy, a little floppy, but we were going to, okay, and decode. Okay, yep. A little anticlimactic there. Let's see if it snaps the key off or... And survey says we got a success. Okay, and that looks it looks mostly like what it looks like. A little set screw undone. So yeah, I mean, well, let me get that. That looks pretty good. So maybe dicking around with all the other ways was not the way to go, but you never know until you try. So let's to the 4. Let's go cut key. I'm not cutting a used key. Survey says not good. So there's been something, I don't know, it's just not getting the exact bumps right there. Maybe that's because I'm selecting a wrong year for it, but yeah, we'll see. So there's 3 different ones. I don't know if I will actually get a record once I go to the guy's site. He's a unique individual. Guns might be buried in the yard. I don't know, allegedly. No, he's a pretty good guy. But I will also take I'll also take my tryout keys, last ditch effort. And maybe one of these. Yeah, keep flipping the viewfinder. No, I couldn't. What the hell did I get in there? Yeah, there was instructions with this that I've since forgotten, or can't remember. Yeah, I've got these, and I've also got, I think, the trunk and door keys. Yeah. So if I can record, great. If not, I'll try to sneak my phone camera. But we'll go from there. If not. Okay, so just a wrap up update, whatever happened. But first off, sorry for all the shaky camera work. I'm trying new equipment. I got new mounts. I think the GoPro's probably going to be the action one now, and the zoom is going to be on the stand. And still working out some technical issues. So I got to the gentleman's house. He wasn't there. Got into the vehicle. Well, first tried the keys on the door just in case. Went in but wouldn't turn. So then I get into the cab of the truck. And let me put a photo here. And this is what I was looking at. So I got a flashlight and started looking in the keyway, and I could see about the second or third wafer was up and bent. So finagled getting that out. With the wafer violently removed, all the keys I made went in, but wouldn't turn. So I decided to go over to another Ford truck he had. All 3 keys worked. So about that time he showed up, and I had to stop videoing what I was... He showed up in the process of it. Then went over to the other truck. Ignition turned. So went back to the truck where he broke the key off in. Picked the lock. Got it forward. Hit the eject, took the ignition out, the ignition cylinder. And then he brings out this whole bag of other keys from other Ford vehicles he's had. So I guess he just rams one in, tries and tries and tries. Maybe if you twist it with, 200 torque pounds, it'll go. So he now has a set of keys to the other truck. The first truck that we originally called for, or he stopped by for, the ignition's out and it's on him. So yeah, that kind of wraps that up. But end of the day, it was still a fun process trying to figure out ways to deal with a broken key. So hope you all enjoyed it. I've got lots of videos that I need to work through and edit. The whole 4-H project, a couple other side ones. Internet's down right now at our house, so I don't know when this is going to be up. This is actually the Wednesday or Thursday after I shot this video. So hopefully it'll be up soon. I want to do all the 4-H videos as a series. And I'm at that point now where we're scheduling the install. The keys are mostly made, and it's just going to be a matter of slapping the locks in and getting the keys passed out and signed for, what have you. But appreciate you guys sticking with me while took the summer off, more or less. But I will catch you guys next time, and those videos are coming soon, so appreciate you stopping by.